All right, Aries, welcome to your weekly forecast. So let's have a look here. Coming into the week, your ruler is, of course, still in your 6th house. In fact, you have all of the fast-moving planets in your 6th house, which is the house of work, of your routine, and any day-to-day activities. You know, the stuff I was saying in the general about it being about self-improvement is really emphasized for your sign. I think anything you can do that's like your diet or your routine, and even improving your work, like your skills at work, is just great right now. You got the energy to do that. You could be enjoying it with Venus, and you're focused here. And this is really what the whole cycle, this whole monthly cycle is about that just started last Thursday. So if you have seen any new beginnings with this area, it's a great week to cultivate them. Now, Mercury is going to be trining up to Neptune on Tuesday, so you do have some positive support coming into this house and this area because Mercury does rule this house for you. So yeah, I think you are going to have this probably creative imagination coming into the week that could be useful in your work in some way. Some of you may be coming up with ideas that you maybe normally wouldn't, or through reflecting and maybe meditating, getting some spiritual insight about your work. And all in all, it just looks like a good couple days really of a bit of flow with your routine. Neptune is the planet of tranquility and peace, and that's very much supporting your day-to-day areas as well as your mind and communication. So you could also be quite receptive and compassionate with your communication as well. So Wednesday, Mercury does shift into your 7th house of relationships, sort of setting a stage for what will be an emphasis over the coming months. So your mind is likely going towards relationships second half of the week. Maybe you'll just be thinking about them more. Mercury is a lot in the head, but maybe your work is involving them more as well, because Mercury rules your 6th of work in the 7th of relationships. Could be emphasizing that. Can also mean you're doing work in your relationships or about your relationship department. So some things to consider. Again, that bringing that improvement energy into yourself and then sort of shifting that into your relationships. And all in all, I think just focusing on others in your life, right? Putting some conscious attention there is fantastic. Now, Thursday, the sun does conjoin up to Jupiter in your 6th house. So there could be some opportunities, if you haven't already noticed them, involving your work or day-to-day. Now, again, with Jupiter, it can be opportunities, but at the very least, it should be at least some hopefulness or some inspiration about the area. So utilize it. I think, like I said, it's a great week to cultivate your day-to-day, and in this case, just with that bit of hopefulness, moving some of that forward. And you could be even quite creative with this energy, actually, or very expressive. Could be through your work or day-to-day, but whatever it is, I think tapping into a bit of that buoyant energy that Jupiter can give us, particularly for you with your self-expression and whatever it is you're focused on, right? That bigger picture perspective and buoyancy about creativity, expressing yourself, having some fun, in fact, maybe with the routine or at work. Could be a really good few days there around Thursday to integrate that. Now, Venus is going to be squaring up to Pluto, like I said, so there could be some of that relationship energy with your mind going towards them. Maybe there's some things. Again, this is all relationships, partnerships, business, and even romantic ones. But that's not saying there will be intensity, but there can be if we're unconsciously operating with it. So like I was saying in the general, bringing some extra attention to where you can bring in some of this depth and openness and truth, into your relationships. And as a result, it could be very constructive, actually. It could be very good few days there, Friday, Saturday, of getting deeper there and connecting to what matters most. And even too, perhaps facing some fears with finances or resources is possible for some of you. So facing any fears there, taking action in the face of those fears, and really having non-attachment can help unlock this energy. I think the non-attachment is great both in the relationships and with your material values, Friday, Saturday, which can really help you liberate yourself from, where we're wanting to hold on really tight, a fear of loss or losing something in those areas. And then at that same time, of course, Mercury is going to be sextiling Pluto. So you do, again, have positive support coming into, in this case, actually the 7th. It will be, I think, supporting your work and routine because, again, Mercury rules that for you. But with Mercury in your 7th, I think while there's that deeper energy about your relationships, there is also this really good energy to communicate through them. In fact, that's really what Mercury is helping you do. Learn about relationships, learn about maybe communication in your relationships, or just get into that vocal energy of exchanging and sharing, which can be a very supportive force for you. All right, Aries, so have a fantastic week. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a personal reading, be sure to check out the link on this page. And yeah, I'll see you all for the next daily forecast. Take care.